Alright everybody, this is Z-Dog. I came back with a different, with a different segment to this, because the last one blacked out. But here we are, doing Dragon Week. So we have, give me a second, we are going to switch parks. In my main park, I could show you a whole lot more. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there from Z-Dog and from Deca. We thank you so much for playing the game. Dragon Week is a very important week for Dragonvale. So we have this Dragon Week. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go to market, see what we got. We have 6 days, 22 hours, 39 minutes to go. And we have quite a few of these dragons. Now, I know in my other park I said I didn't have these. But now that we have a good look at this, we have a very good look at this. Very clear. Nice, nice, nice. So we got the Sakura, Scuttles, Rose, Jet. We got the Rosebud. A lot of you beginners out there are going to want to get this. I know that you've been trying to get these things from past events, and it may not be so easy. Alright, so what is the big deal there? Is that all the dragons they're going to offer us for real? Here's the rest of the dragons. We just got to go in there to them. That's what we got to do. Now, if you're new to the game, this is an opportunity for you to learn how to breed dragons. This is a great opportunity. You got 7 days, roughly. 6.5 days almost, right now. Learn how to breed some of these dragons. Get in there. Don't worry about buying gems. When Dragon Week is available, this gives you an opportunity to literally breed dragons. And there's so many of them in here. If there's a dragon and you're on my friend request, or even if you're not on my friends list, you want to get on here and be like, Z-Dog, how do you breed this dragon? Send me a message after the video is done. Now, I will tell you this. This dragon here, for everybody, this is a dragon that you really need to focus on. This is a very rare dragon. It really is. This is like the Pokemon of dragons. Dargan is... It only comes around every so many months. And you really want to get this. And it's a really, really cool dragon. So, you don't want to miss that. We do have a whole bunch of these guys. So go in there and take a look at these for sure. We're not going to spend a lot of time looking through all of them. We could probably scroll through them all. Give everybody a good idea. All the dragons that are in there. The berry dragon. You definitely want to try to get these. And be sure, check out some of the eggs that are in there. Tap the egg pedestal. It'll show you the egg that goes with it. And they really are cute, some of them. Some of them are really cool looking in design. This dragon right here and Scuttles, the other shell dragon, are very, very important dragons to have, because you'll want those later. because you need them to breed other dragons. Carmelio. And see, we got dragons that have been here from other events. So there's a lot of them in there, guys. There's the Ocean, the Oasin, yeah. Oh, there's all many. Look, we even have Jiggly is back in there. Jiggly was a big deal. Big deal. The Sourtail. A lot of these guys, a lot of these we just had. We got your metal dragons, your treasure dragons. So give me a minute. I need to go do something right quick. I'll be right back. I promise. This won't take long. All right, yes. Sorry, thank you for holding. I am back. So much stuff going on because of Thanksgiving. Who's ready for that turkey? Who's ready for that ham? And who's ready for that pie? That's my question. Who's wanting that pie? I'd rather have the pie, I'll tell you that. That's what the whole Thanksgiving's about, is pie. Alright, back into the dragons. We got so many of them in there. Let's see. I know which one I had last. We're going to zoom on down the line. There we go. Here we are. Now there is a whole bunch of them, like I was saying, that are just rare to get. We just had a few of these last season, like Red Belly was one of them from the season prior. We had the Cuppy Cake. We had that earlier this year. That was a big transformation. I thought I had the egg to that. The Haka Haka. Dragon is a really important dragon because you could definitely use that dragon. The piggy bank, huge dragon to have. It's really cool. Looks like a pig. Piggy, piggy. I want to see if there's some more rare dragons in here. And I believe that there are dragons that you absolutely... Okay, so we just got done with Lucy. Lucy was in one of our last dark events for Halloween. And the event before that. Teuton. Yes. Quite a few. The Fragolita. The Fragolita. Yeah. So that's a strawberry dessert type thing. And somebody said that it's Asian dessert of some kind. That was a really big dragon when it came out earlier this year. So, and there's so many of them in here, guys. So if you're new to this, you definitely want to find out the dragons that are special. You know, that's going to help you get other dragons. You could go in and get a bunch of basic dragons simply by breeding. But you definitely need to figure out which dragons are going to be the more useful in getting some of the more difficult dragons. That's going to help expand your park greatly. If you're on my friends list and you've not been playing very long, you could check out all the dragons in my park. Believe it or not, there is almost 900 dragons. 900 dragons. Now, guys, I know that sounds really bizarre, and it sounds like it'd take forever to get, but let me tell you what, when you start mixed matching dragons, you'll get dragons. And my recommendation, and I've always made this recommendation, always, when you're trying to breed these dragons, you can do this in your main park. But I recommend doing it in the Rift. That means, yes, this is what it means. It means that you're literally going to have to take time and work on the Rift. The Rift will literally give you main park dragons. There's the chromacorn. Yes, you want the chromacorn and the spectropod. These are Rift dragons there. Those are really cool. These are most of your main. Let's get out of here real quick. I'll show you the Rift. Show you what's up in that. Now, I do say that it is quite difficult to eliminate. It is quite difficult to eliminate Rift clouds. I will say that is hard to do, but you'll find out that there's quite a few things in the Rift waiting for you, plus a bunch of space. Imagine this. Imagine this. The Rift elements. Alright, so you got fire, earth, lightning, light, dark, metal, water, air. Right? And then you have the basic dragon. So that means that there should be 10 dragons. Let me just see. I know I got one in here. I got so many dragons in here, guys. Not working in my favor here. He's making me out to be a liar. Can't believe I got 2 of those. So all these elements, fire, plant, there should be 10 altogether when you get done. All together in the rift for each main park dragon that you can get in the rift. So like you want the fire dragon in the rift, you got the fire dragon. But then the fire dragon has the plant, water, earth, metal, dark, light, lightning, right? So you have all these elements and you just keep building up your rift. Look how much rift is available out here. All this can be cleaned out. But when you add that 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. For each dragon, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. I mean, for each dragon, there's 10 elements, or 9 at least, plus the main dragon. And you times that for all 800, and you got a lot of dragons to fill up in the rift. Now, mind you, there are a few dragons that aren't going to be in the rift because, well, they're just not rift dragons. And then there's a few of them that only have one element that could be there, like fire or air, dark. I mean, they never leave that element. And just in case you guys wanted to know, we also have another event going on right now. Expansion Extravaganza. Yes, 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 yes. Dragon Week plus the Expansion Extravaganza. We have new islands. To explore. Plus the 49th island and the 50th island are now available. So let us go look at our new islands. I'm only on, I got to get the 35th island. Can you imagine 50 islands? Good night. And there are people out there that literally have that. Look at all these islands, guys. All those islands, the 50th island. 25 billion dragon cash, which is really difficult to get to. Let me show you what the price of that would cost you. You could get it for roughly $25, one island. Now, in some of your other parks, if you got a new park, and I'm going to show it to you, there are other islands available. Now, I don't have it in my main park because I've already got them laid out, and they're not available to me in this park. But they are available to me in other parks. So naturally, the Galaxy Islands are important to have. Then we have the Megatat. Now the Megatat it can only be gotten by purchasing gems, and it does take a while. Now you imagine you need 1,500. That's 50 American dollars plus tax. It's crazy. I don't know why Dragonvale decided that you needed to have that many gems and to make it cost so much. It is a little bit ridiculous. Deca knows my anger towards greediness. They already know. And they are king set on having ignorant people pay money. I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to put no one down. I'm just saying that they're counting on people to just throw their money to them. That's what they're... But there are sometimes good deals. Sometimes there are good deals. But it's never a good idea to give them $50 for 1,500 gems for an island. That doesn't make sense. There should be other opportunities and ways that a person could get an island. Because some people can't get those islands. Some people, no matter how hard they try, will never get enough gems to get that. But we have all these other islands in here. And now I do want to remind you about the Lost Island. So the main Lost Island, when you get it, will look like the one that's in gray. The one that's not lit up. And then it'll... Or maybe it's the way the other one. Yeah, I think it is. The Lost Island is the one that's lit up, and then it turns into the one that's not lit up. That's important for you guys to be able to see that. So that whenever you go in there and you're like, oh, look, another Lost Island. And then all of a sudden, like, wait a minute, where's my other island? Well, this is it. Your island is not just a lost island anymore. It has been rediscovered and rehabitated. And it has been expanded. Not that it really expanded that much. It just has a different design on it. It's still the same amount of space. You might be able to fit one more dragon habitat in that. I do recommend all of the giant square. There's now 4 giant square islands. You got the Monumental, the Gigantuan, the Huge, I think. And there's another one, but they're there. And then the Trip Islands. That was a really hard one for me to get. I literally saved up a lot of gems to get that. But I'll tell you the truth. Another easy way to get this, any of these big islands, fancy islands, especially the Megatat, wait. I always tell people to wait for your wish token. I just had one. Your wish token will literally allow you to get islands. And I'm going to tell you the truth. The longer you play Dragonvale, the bigger your park gets. The more expensive it becomes to get the islands. And listen to me carefully. It takes nearly 6 months when you're at the level I'm at to gather enough dragon cash to buy an island. If you don't have money on the side to go purchase and add to that, just collecting it takes about 6 months to be able to buy an island. Because look, expansion extravaganza only comes around about 2 to 3 times a year. And you're not guaranteed to have all that money saved up. Okay? So my thing is, wait on that wish. I don't know if wishes overlap each other, where you can accumulate wishes. I've never tried that. But generally, every 30 days, or not 30 days, guys, sorry about it. Every 90 days, I believe a wish is available. Not even sure where my wish token is here, but I could just about tell you. It doesn't check in every day. Every 100 days. So yeah, about every 3 months and 1 week. That's roughly about right. 3 months, 1 week, every 100 days you could get a wish. Like I said, you could see if your wishes overlap, but I highly doubt that they do. But then again, I don't know, because look, there is a number 1 beside the token, +1. So it looks like it is possible to accumulate wishes. However, I am really surprised that Dragonvale has not made it available for people to purchase wish tokens. That would be something to do, because then people could literally have a lot of fun building their park during extravaganza. And I'm not saying like make people pay $50 to $100 for a wish token. I mean, be reasonable. People are poor in America. They really are. Not everybody lives out in California and Florida, where you got money. New York, money. Texas, money. Some of us live in places like Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Detroit. You know, places where people are poor. It just happens. But there's also people worldwide that don't have money. And that's just the way it is. So, we have the expansion extravaganza. We have the Dragonvale week. And by the way, in case you're curious about this little deal thing right here in the middle, a lot of you guys have seen this. There's really nothing to it. Not really. I mean, there's really no big deals in here. I mean, they offer you a trunk of gems, 4,000 gems for 100 American dollars. And let me tell you what, that don't go very far. You'd be better off buying bread and butter and milk, because that alone will cost you about 20 bucks right there. 20 American dollars. And they got other deals, but they're not really that big deals. And all the deals that they got are really on gems. I mean, look at that, 5% off. What's 5% of the normal price is only $5, guys. $5 off. It's crazy. They do not have any bundle packages. So, yeah. So there's really nothing major to it. So get in there, guys. This is our Thanksgiving week. Get in there and get that turkey. I'm surprised that Decca hasn't came out with a turkey dragon for Thanksgiving. I think they should. Or maybe even a pilgrim dragon, you know what I mean? Or maybe a Native American dragon. You know, I'm just saying, Decca, you ought to, you ought to give heed to the Native American people, the pilgrims, and the turkey. Yes, you should. I don't think my people would really care too much about the Native American dragon, but still. I got an egg coming. That's going to be interesting on Dragon Week. I wonder what egg they're going to give me. Boom! No? Okay. When Kairos does that, that's really cool looking in the sky. Alright, so I did, over the last couple days, purchased myself a couple of violins. Bam, 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 bam. Really? That's crazy. Alright, so I know for a fact I can get a couple of gems over here. So let me do that. Bam, bam, bam. And there's my gems. Gem, 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 gem. Now I've only got that island like that because we are going to need another island for our Christmas stuff. Guys, I want to remind you that Christmas is coming to the Vale soon. And you don't want to miss out on Christmas in the Vale, so be sure to get yourself oh man, I could really do that. Do I have any more gems? Do I have any more gems? Where's my gem island? My gem island, I lost my gem island. There it is. I've already collected all my gems from my friends. Really? And there we go. So, I gotta get this all cleared out real quick. These are all free, by the way. It's not costing anybody any money. Nobody has to pay a dime on this. If you have to pay something on this, you get a hold of Deca and you let them know that they charged you, and they'll fix that. They have to. They say it's free. It shouldn't cost you nothing. And for you guys that are new, just want to remind you, these XPs go towards building your park. Yes, sir. So get those islands out there. Woohoo! Check it out. Checky there, checky there. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Getting ready for Christmas. You don't want to miss Christmas in the Vale. Just saying, you don't. You really don't. Christmas in the Vale is like one of the biggest events for Dragonvale. Halloween is great. Wonderful, awesome time for Dragonvale is Halloween. But nothing beats Christmas in the Vale. Believe it or not, Santa Claus comes to the Vale. And you can hear him in the background. Ho, ho, ho. Seriously, you gotta listen. It's not really Santa Claus. But still, he's there. And he is walking around. Guys. Do not forget that in our events coming, Decca said nearly 6 months ago, almost, when they started in the new era of Dragonvale, that there were going to be new decorations during events. New dragons during events. New things coming in the events. So, new dragons, new decorations, possibly new habitats, as well as the old stuff coming back. So, do not back out of the game yet. Dragonvale is offering up a whole bunch of Christmassy stuff that you don't want to miss out on. They probably got something really special. And if they don't, then I said all this and just made myself look like an idiot. Just being real. Is you real? Holy God. Money. That's all food right there, guys. So I could regrow all that. Yeah. All right, everybody. Get in there. Now, probably not today. It'll have to most likely be tomorrow. I will try to come in here and give you guys a couple dragons. If you have a dragon that you are interested in and you cannot find it on any of my videos, please, in the comment section, let me know. Let the Z-Dog know what dragon you'd like to have done. And then I will go in and make a video of it, eh? Alrighty then. And maybe, by chance, your Christmas islands will look like this. Isn't it so beautiful? So Christmassy. Gingerbread houses. So yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy. Cookies. I love gingerbread cookies. All right. And this is a really, really beautiful theme. When I first seen it, I saw that my buddy B had it. My old time friend B. What's up, B? What's happening, B? If you ever hear me talking about this guy B, he's the very first Dragonvale friend I had when I restarted the parks and started doing videos. And I know that he got kind of busy, you know, life, you know, you get jobs, and then, you know, you stick with, you do things, but definitely, guys, definitely got a big event coming up for the Christmas stuff, so you do not want to miss it, guys. After Dragonvale week is over and Expansion Extravaganza is over, they will come in with a Christmas theme that will last about 45 days. It'll last until the end of winter. So there will be a lot of things to talk about. There just will. You don't want to miss that, guys. Peering into the other realm. Ooh. I know some of you guys would like to do this to your friends. I'm seeing everything you're doing. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Vale, I want you all to have a wonderful Thanksgiving and be safe when you travel. Oh, it done snowed over here in the Vale. The village is covered in snow. And it's got trees everywhere, candy canes. I want to go outside and lick the candy cane. Alright, until next time, guys, this is Z-Dog. I'm clocking out. I'm going to go do Thanksgiving-y stuff with the family and friends. And then go sit out in the woods and watch the deer play. Alright, until next time, guys, this is Z-Dog.